Hello everyone, welcome back to Blaster Master 03. We're still flying through space in our somewhat guessy hidey hole warp maze thing, so thankfully once we get down here we get to go to actual levels, but unfortunately that level is also Boob Melon Girl, yay, everyone's favorite character who got her own DLC thing.
I will not hear any slander against Kanna, thank you very much, sir. Clearly an integral part of the series.
Yeah, Kanna is such a weird character. It's like you either love her or you absolutely despise her. There's no middle ground with her.
I mean, that's entirely true.
I'm kind of sitting in a middle ground. I'm kind of ambivalent. I don't outright
found
dislike
one.
her, but like
I knew it was as easy as taking 2 literal watermelons and putting them under my shirt to get people to like me, I would have done it years ago.
Is this where I make a joke about Rosa John here, or am I good?
Yeah, I mean, we made
implied.
the Rosa John. We made the Rosa John, you know,
Thumbnail.
We just did at the time of this recording. The last part to go up was the Bowser Crown tangent.
Oh god.
In part 3, so I'm surprised I haven't seen more of that. Where it's just like Bowser Crown, Eve just super crowns everyone just for shits and giggles, but it's like, eh. All right, we can't go there yet. I think.
Nope. So now you need to go around the rest of the maze.
Which is just guessing in the later half.
Well, and also this guy.
Oh,
Okay.
what the
Okay, bye.
I was about to say that this is really boring, and then that happened. What the hell?
Yeah, no, they actually they packed the maze a little bit in the back half.
There was this random crate that just flew across the screen. What?
You don't have
Oh,
random
they hide an item underneath the frickin'
HUD,
the
yeah.
frickin'.
They
the
do
frickin'
that a
UI,
couple
God.
times. They do that a couple
Oh,
times.
no.
They're trolling like that.
Oh no.
It's not anything super important for progress. It's more like the, okay, you can take a couple free hits now item.
Oh, okay, but still, that's mean.
It is very mean, yes.
Welcome to Blaster Master.
Yeah, that's one of the weird things about these retro-style games, where they feel the need to kind of throw in one kind of, not really dickish, but kind of old-school design philosophy for, like, just to be a little trolly now and again that you'll only really know if you actually played old games.
Well, hiding one behind the UI is at least funny, but doing it multiple times it means that you're now looking behind the UI every single time if it happens more than once.
I mean, that's them
You know?
like training and trolling. Like, that's
I
a
guess
common
that they're
tactic.
training you to be trolled, I suppose. That doesn't make God.
But keep in mind, the map also shows you there's items.
Yeah, that is true, and there's not a lot of places on the map
On the screen.
in these screens to hide that kind of thing.
I know there's one spot later in this game where they actually hide the item off screen. You can't actually see it, but the map shows it as a completely separate square.
Oh, the elevator,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, the elevator one.
Ugh,
We'll get to that.
we've been here before. We're going in
Yes.
circles.
welcome to Trial and Error mazes.
Yeah, I assume you're trying to get to the room in the middle, I assume is what you're trying to do right now?
Well, what I'm trying to do is get the bottom exit place first, so that way when I finish the boss I can just warp to it.
Okay, that's smart.
So basically, here's where the boss is, but I'm gonna have to go through the maze anyway to get to that bottom right corner where the actual exit is. So I'm like, okay, no point doing the boss right now. I'll get to the exit maze, which has its own teleport, and just warp to the boss and then back to the exit point.
Well, it's a very pretty empty, lifeless void.
I mean, that's what space is.
Well, space is usually more devoid of things flying around in it.
This is action space.
Action space.
Action space where you can hear all of the different pew pews and kabooms with everything.
I love that bit. I
happens.
love that bit in Simpsons, where it's just a scientifically accurate space movie, and just comic book nerds just enjoying it, and everyone hates it. Do these plebeians not know that there is no sound in space?
Oh God, I forgot how many enemies were just in this room.
Yeah. It's one of those where it's like, this is one of those spots where I'm like, don't bother fighting things, just run.
It's like suddenly you're playing one of those old school shoot 'em ups.
Without the fast shooting.
Without the
Usually
fast
get.
shooting, yeah. Oh
But we
boy.
got our other life up, so can't complain.
Okay, right. 5. Never mind. I guess you are at 4. That makes more sense.
Yeah, because I think, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so the pip system is a little bit less in this game because I think they want to value the fake health, as I call it, more.
I mean, it's still the same. You still do get 8 extra health pips.
Yeah.
But because of the shield system, you get an extra 16 on top of that.
So
you
effectively,
grind them
the
out,
red bar up top is your first life bar, and then
No,
you've
that's your extra health.
Yeah,
your
but
extra
that one goes first. Yeah. Yeah, so the red health bar goes first, and your actual green health bar starts deteriorating.
This looks like a really aggravating part of the game, though.
It's not good. I'll be blunt. It's not good.
It's not good, and then they do an even worse one later.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Oh no, you're right. You're actually
Every time I start to think I'm actually going to play the Blaster Master games soon, something like this comes up in our commentaries. I'm like,
To be fair, you don't have to backtrack nearly as much. You can just take the most direct route, but it's still a bit of a maze. The thing that we haven't really talked about is that the position of the actual warps is roughly where you move on the map. So this, you'll be moving left.
Oh, so
now
if you
on
go
the map.
to the left and then down. Okay, so it's not your typical. Oh, and they have like little lines there. Okay, so it's not like your typical Sabrina's Maze teleport. Nothing makes sense. Kind of nonsense.
It throws it away a little bit when you go to the alternate zone because I think he's now in like the bottom right of the map or something like that.
Yeah, when you change dimensions, it kind of gets weird, but...
But in normal space, yeah, like, if you're taking a warp on the right side, you're likely going to move right on the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here we are. We can just get the warp point and then warp to the boss.
is that big hole in the middle the exit?
Yes,
Yeah,
which
but
we
you can't
do
take it yet.
because
Right.
we need to defeat the boss.
Oh,
so.
you didn't even go get the dialogue. Okay.
No. I mean, we just explained what happened. We can't go in because there's no... Because it won't let us.
Yeah, if you try to take the warp, Jason says something like, "Oh, there's like the monster guarding space here. We need to actually destroy it before we can take it, strange it." And then you get yelled at by Luminous again. So, you know,
as he does.
normal day.
All right.
Hey, stupid! Use the green thing against the boss.
Oh man.
Keep using green. Never stop green.
Yep. Nope.
Oh, you do have the reflector. For some reason, I didn't think you had that already.
No, but I got it earlier in that one room of the game that everyone hates.
Oh, right. That's where it is.
Yep. That's why it's the most annoying thing, because it was just like a general health power-up. I could say, it's not really worth the headache, just skip it. But it has, like, the reflector, and it's, like, one of the best things you can get in this game, so it's like, no, you want to go get it.
You absolutely do.
So now that the game has been out for a little bit, what is the consensus on it? Like, do people like it more or less than 2? Or like...
People seem to generally like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually haven't really looked up what the general consensus is from the community. I know that in my community, those that have played it, they've said, like, I like it, but it gave me emotions.
Oh,
My community got pretty attached to Jason and Eve, so this is the end of the trilogy, and that has some connotations to it, which we'll get to when we get to the end of the game, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a sign that they did something right with the characters. I mean, I haven't even, like, played the games myself, but I am kind of attached to them. Just, you know, a little bit.
Only slightly.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like I like them or anything.
die for them.
Baka.
Checkpoint.
All right, here we
Here
go.
we go. Boss time.
Centipede.
What does the door say?
Is it supposed to look like it's been blown up in Microsoft Paint?
Yes.
Okay.
It does kind of.
Cosmic Stampede, Mantipede.
What's mannish about it? Probably know it could be a queen for the centipedes. Did we ever ask it? No, we just
No,
assumed.
because it's trying to murder you. I don't think it was ready for a civil conversation. Ooh,
And
nice.
that's why you want the reflector.
Nice counter.
Yeah, this boss actually isn't that hard. The problem is just it's faster than you are when it's doing these sequences, so it's fairly easy to get a little bit of pot shots.
I like that Jason's whipping technique is the same as mine whenever I have one and I'm just fucking around with it, and it's just like, blah, 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 blah.
Are you reflecting in place with the dash, or are you actually just...
Yeah, you just press B. Well, B on the Switch controller, but yeah, you can just press the button and not move, and it'll still do it.
Huh. Actually didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't have to dash in the direction to do the reflector.
Oh, I see.
It's
Yeah.
it's actually pretty helpful.
So that's why it was blown up, is because it's supposed to be in the tank fight at a normal size.
Yeah.
Huh. So all the fancy pixel art, but they couldn't just make a second sprite for the...
I mean, they've done that with every fight where you've switched to the tank. Like, it's just been the same sprite but shrunk down.
Ah, fair enough.
And we can now go to Stranger. Convenient that the boss happened to have it on him.
Yeah.
Stranger Things?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. He's light novel narrating to himself. We need to get Eve back fast. Jason's going crazy.
Well, when his only option to talk to is Leibniz, I can't imagine why he wouldn't do that. Honestly, Jason might be doing that just to annoy Leibniz.
There's a certain style to light novel narration, like the way the words are written, that is distinctive in a tropey way. Like, if you read more light novels or visual novels or anything of that sort, you'll quickly learn to recognize that style of writing and to associate it with bad writing. Whether the writing is actually bad or not.
I mean, like, they have an audience. They have a very specific audience, I think, is the big thing.
It's one of those things where they're, to make a historical comparison, they're the pulpy trash novels of our time.
Yeah. Also,
which is fine; they have their place, but
also they're
don't consider them high art or something. People, please.
They're also not written in English, so a lot of the time the writing doesn't translate well.
Yeah, there's always that.
Through the wormhole.
We made it.
Welcome back to Stranger.
So
we don't have to go through that damn the ladder climbing planet.
So that other monster that just breaks through the dimensional barrier and roars into the screen, is that just like a set piece?
No, that's just a regular enemy from here on out.
Oh? Huh.
Yeah, Leibniz challenged Kanna and lost.
I still love that, for the record, that he, like, tried to go up against her and got his butt kicked. Like, that's just really funny.
The edgy, super badass anime rival character got his butt kicked by the comedy relief.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that the entire plot to the Joki Yamcha manga spinoff? If anyone read that.
Oh, the one where someone gets reincarnated as Yamcha, or
yeah. It's short, but it's funny.
Everyone just gets, like, he just keeps getting his ass handed to him though because he's Yamcha. That's the whole joke. But yeah.
No, the joke is that because he's a reader and already knows Yamcha quickly gets outpaced, he actually makes Yamcha train and get good, so he actually becomes like super strong.
Oh.
Yeah, that old fan fiction trope.
Because he doesn't want to get killed by Cyberman.
That's like the oldest of the fan fiction tropes.
I mean, it's a joke series that's like 2 volumes long.
Yeah, I know.
So,
but like, I've read that story 5 or 6 times in 3 different franchises, so.
That's fair. You would get pretty burnt out at that point, or basically know where exactly it goes.
Well, I'm cynical about it by default because, like, those are the stories that you sift through while you're looking for the good fan fiction.
Why does this have a 9.0? I don't understand.
Wish fulfillment everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, you see, it's funny because the original material is also wish fulfillment.
Like, you know,
Oh.
half the time, no, more like 3/4 of the time, even like the concepts that are really interesting wind up devolving into the author using the characters as a mouthpiece to complain about the game's universe. So, but like, I can't quit fanfiction, no matter how much I wind up hating half of what I read.
I just can't.
Lucy, you need help. If you need a hotline, please call.
Alright.
Yeah, we're here early because you can get here, and it's just for the map, which is helpful.
Right.
All right, Mook Rush. Forgot about this.
Fight
Oh,
them
wonderful.
bugs.
They haven't
like-
had as many of these, if I remember correctly. I feel like there were more in the other games.
I think they realize people don't really care for them that much.
Yeah, well, to be fair, when they did them, they were like, these are replacement boss fights. Now they're just like, okay, you're just in this room now. Like, it can be worked into a normal dungeon in the middle of it.
I feel like the only games where a barrier blocks you into a room until you finish off all the enemies, I feel like the only games where that works are like the really complex action games like Devil May Cry, where fighting is the point.
No, that makes sense.
I feel like these more Metroid-like games benefit more from like being allowed to get by the enemies if you can.
Well, the point is that they want to actually surround you with regular enemies to see how much you've learned since you've been playing through. So that's the point. They try to overwhelm you instead of just having you fight a powerful enemy. So it's still a test of your skills. It's just not as deep as, say, an actual boss.
Yeah, but they can do that without locking the door, though.
And speaking of deep, here's Kanna.
Wait, her house is shaped like a...
Like her head, yes.
What?
Hola!
God, who designed
Oh god,
this
they made
character?
them look wet. I hate this so much.
Oh, more like shiny.
I mean, you're staring
is
at
like-
them, so the mission was accomplished.
It's the most basic anime sexiness technique. Just make the woman shiny in all the curvy places. It doesn't make any sense, but they do it.
This guy kind of sucks.
I mean, she says what we're all thinking.
It's true. There's something about the way Kanna's character is that is very entertaining at times when she's just like, this is stupid. I hate this.
She's very blunt, which is either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on the situation. So the plant we got last time, we got to get the in-season variant.
Oh. So, she wasn't completely purged of the mutant cells, but she did recover quite a bit, but now it's on the upswing again.
Basically.
Sort of. So, to get us... So this is a different recording session, so for those wondering why we seem to have forgotten everything. Basically, at the end of 2, she gets purified, but in the process of being purified, it makes her organic instead of being a robot or whatever, the gynoid or whatever term they use in this universe. So
gynoid is an actual term, though, is the thing.
Yeah, so she's effectively a human being, like an organic being, but they also think that she is still harboring mutant cells, and the mutant cells are what made her organic, and they could at some point reconvert her back into a mutant, so they're trying to see if they can neutralize those to make sure that's not the case.
Right. Someone picked the green ending in Mass Effect 3.
Alright, so
When
now
you
we gotta
say
go
the
find
green
the thing.
ending, do you mean like the world literally just becomes green?
There's 3 different colored lights at the end of Mass Effect 3, and they all have a different effect. One destroys machines, the other turns you into the god of the machine, and the third one, which is the hardest one to get for some reason, turns everyone into machine organic hybrid things with glowy eyes, and they're probably not going to use that for Mass Effect 4 because that was really hokey looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.